What's up, guys? It's your boy Brandon, and today we are shooting another episode of Motivate Mondays. Before I begin, I just wanted to appreciate all this nature. We got like fishes doing their thing at this lake. It's a pretty large lake, like it's on the bigger side. I'm on the nastier end. We got some National Geographic festivities going on. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I used to come here a couple years back just to kind of reflect. I feel that this is more than appropriate to kind of come back here and shoot this episode of Motivate Mondays. It's super freaking hot right now, like really freaking hot. But nonetheless, let's just get into it. Wouldn't it be great to have the power to kind of set your mind to anything and then instantly achieve it? Like, wouldn't it be great to have that? So often I hear that people say that they tried this and that they tried that and it didn't work out. Or that they tried this and that and they gave up because it wasn't for them or that life got in the way. Nah, scratch that. Like, so often what I hear is that people had dreams. They had desires, and instead of being in a place where they're able to look at their achievements, look at that progress, be proud of all of that, they're looking for reasons as to why they can't achieve them. They're looking for these excuses to quit. And I'm not about that. So what I'm going to do today is show you guys how to properly set a goal, how to set your mind to anything and have it become real. You know what I mean? So we're gonna head back to the office. It's super hot out here. It's like 33 degrees. I'm actually low-key sweating through my shirt. So I'm gonna head back to the office and we're gonna tackle this topic, okay? Okay, and we're back. So believe it or not, fun fact, it was actually so hot outside that my equipment actually stopped functioning. It was too hot. My camera was like, go home. It's too hot. I'm done. I can't do this. It actually turned off on me. It was like heat malfunction. And I was like, whoa, dude. All right, we're going back now. We're going back. Shirts changed. Everything's good. Let's get back into it. Now, the first thing that I see people get wrong when it comes to setting a goal is that they mistake a wish for a goal. They say things like, ooh, I want to lose weight, or I want to be happy in my relationship, or I want to get that promotion at work. But what are you willing to give to lose that weight? How long are you willing to give what needs to be given in order for you to be happy in that relationship? And what's your game plan for getting that job, getting that promotion? See, people just kind of make these vague statements with no sense of direction on how they plan to achieve or aspire to that goal. So the absolute first step you need to take in order to make a wish something you can actually follow through with is to have a clear-cut and defined image as to what it is you're trying to accomplish. Know exactly how much weight you want to drop and where you want to drop it on your body. You got to figure out what's wrong in that relationship and what you need to do in order to fix it. And you gotta know how long you're willing to fight for that promotion at work and how you're going to show your boss or your superior that you're worthy of that position. Okay, I know what some of you might be thinking right now, like, well, gee, Brandon, like I don't have all the answers. And that's perfectly fine, dude. Just know that it's okay to not know all the answers. Because if you did, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. You probably would have accomplished whatever it was you needed to accomplish already. So don't even sweat. What I'm getting at is that you should at least know the 5 W's as to what it is you're trying to accomplish. Now, what I need you guys to do is to grab a pen and paper. I'll wait. Go ahead. Find some right now. Like, hit the pause button. Do whatever you need to do. Get yourself pen and paper. What I said earlier is that you need to have a clear-cut and defined image as to what it is you are trying to accomplish. Now, if you're able to write it out and have it right here in front of you, you already have the meat and potatoes to following through with that goal. So let's break down the 5 W's. 1, know who it is that is involved in this goal. Is it just you? Is it you and your partner? Is it you and your best friend? Write down everybody associated with this goal. Number 2, what? You have to understand that you need to understand what it is that you want. You have to write it down. Here's the place for that. Write down what your goal is in big, bolded letters. You have to get excited, be passionate, let those emotions flow through that pen. Write it out. This right here is your dream. This is what you aspire to achieve. Boom. 3, where. Now, depending on your goal, this may or may not have the most significance, but nonetheless, it's a very important component in that clear-cut and defined image that we all want our goal to be. If you want to lose weight, where on your body do you want to have that weight loss? If you want to buy your first home, what is the city that you want to live in? Location is very important in solidifying that dream, solidifying that goal. Think about it and write it down. 4, when. This is super important, like extremely important. Timing is everything. The things that we aspire for them now for a reason. We may not know why, but everything that we want has some level of urgency. Your aspirations are important to you right now. And if you were to have them now, they would complete the sort of image of what you believe happiness is today. For example, if I wanted to make $1 million a year, it's because right now, in this moment, that is what I believe happiness would be. I believe that making that much a year is something to be proud of, something to be happy about. And right now, that is what I want in order to have that happiness. See, this is why deadlines are so important, because you need to complete these goals, these aspirations, while they still have a sense of purpose in your life, because otherwise, you won't have any need to follow through or complete them. So write it down. When is the deadline for your goal? Last but not least, we have reason number 5. Why? Now, this is where things can kind of get super personal, because you have to write out why it is that you feel like you need to follow through with this goal. The more detailed, the better. So often I catch myself forgetting why I started pursuing certain things. I forget about who I was when I started. It gets cloudy sometimes because a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, things are going to change. We are going to change. And when the going gets tough, it's so good to have that reminder as to why you started. So write it out. There you have it, a clear, defined image as to what it is you want to accomplish. Right now, you should be able to envision yourself living that dream. And if you don't, then maybe your image isn't clear enough, or perhaps this goal is just not for you. If you can visualize yourself living this dream, well, then I'm going to give you the single most critical piece of advice in this entire video. Are you guys ready? Boom, let's get it. It is the question of how. You need to understand that there is no such thing as something for nothing. It does not exist on this planet. You now have this clear image of what you want, this clear image of what will make you happy. Now it's time for you to think about what you are willing to give to attain it, what you are willing to give to be happy, what you are willing to give to live that dream. Write it out right now. So now what do we do with all of this? Well, I have just the answer, and it's called PEP. Now what PEP stands for is preparation, execution, and persistency. So how does all of this correspond with my goal? Well, these are the key essential components to any good plan. I'm gonna break this down for you. So how does all of this work? Well, just now I helped you guys have a clear, precise image of what it is that you want and what it is that you'll give to attain it. This is how to get the ball rolling. Now, before we begin, do not make the mistake of procrastinating. It will be fatal. It will be absolutely fatal to your goal if you decide to do this later. We are going to make a plan right now, and you have to execute it immediately. Let's bang this out. Preparation. This is where you start. This is the first step. You need to set yourself up for success. Prepare yourself to be successful. You need to get all the information and plan out exactly what you need to do in order for you to be successful at your goal. I'm going to use the example of me and this YouTube channel. So my goal was to start vlogging on YouTube with me and my favorite people in 2018. This is where I thought of the theme of my YouTube channel. This is where I thought about how I wanted to impact my viewers, the name of the YouTube channel. This is where I researched all of the equipment that I would be needing, the cameras, these post-editing software. This is where I gathered all the information that I needed in order for me to start vlogging. Execution. Here's where you start to carry out your plan. And how well you do it will directly correlate with how good of a result you will get. This is when I made my channel live. This is when I made my first upload. This is when I told my friends and family that I had a YouTube channel. The thing with this is that you need to execute your plan as diligently as possible. If you put in a half-assed effort, you are going to get a half-assed result. You need to do things as best as you can in order to get the best results. The results that you get are going to be a product of the effort that you put in. And I'm not saying that it has to be the best product that you put out there. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you need to do things as best as you can. Because if you keep on trying your best, if you keep on doing as best of a job that you can, eventually you will get better. Nobody's ever great at first, but eventually you will persevere and you will become great. So don't give up. Persistency. Now, this is probably the most important PEP element. This is where you take everything that we've talked about and you do it over and over and over again. This is where you do it. You make mistakes, you address those mistakes, and you do it again until you succeed. Failure is not really failure. Failure is actually a part of success. The only way to guarantee that you will not live your dream, live your goals, is to give up on them. No matter how slow your progress is, no matter how many mistakes that you make, just remember that you are still going to be miles ahead of those who are not even trying. So don't give up, guys. All right, guys, I encourage you guys to try this method out for smaller goals at first. Just don't jump to the big life milestones just yet, because goal setting is much like a muscle. At first, it's going to be weak, but as you exercise the proper methods to setting a goal, eventually it will become stronger and stronger until eventually it'll almost be like muscle memory, where you can set your mind to anything, make it a reality without even putting much thought into it. Well, I'm gonna wrap this up. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me talk for God knows how many minutes. So share, comment, like, subscribe, guys. I'll see you next week. Peace.